Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Doritos to launch a nacho cheese flavored vodka for reasons. And I don't know how inebriated you have to be to eat Doritos to begin with, but perhaps this will help inspire more copious amounts of shoveling that. I don't even know what you call it. I'm pretty sure there might be a modicum of natural flavor in there somewhere, but shoveling down the corn syrup and all this stuff they put in modern foods these days into your gullet. So maybe it'll help increase their sales. Now this comes to us thanks to Jordan Valinsky at CNN Business. And they say, quote, Doritos thinks we want a nacho cheese flavored booze. And it's got the iconic Doritos logo there. And they noted that, quote, the PepsiCo-owned brand is releasing a new spirit based off Doritos nacho cheese flavor that, quote, tastes like the real thing, unquote. The chip maker has partnered with Empirical, a Danish company known for making custom spirits with creative flavors. Available online only, the limited edition flavor goes on sale in New York and California earlier this week and costs up to $65 for a 750 milliliter bottle. They claim it's not the first zany food adjacent product from a big brand. Recently, Kahlua and Absolute Vodka made a fragrance that smells like espresso martini, and Dunkin' turned its iced coffee and teas into canned cocktails. Also, Arby's turned its curly and crinkle fries into a vodka, as well as created a smoked bourbon to be paired with its roasted beef. I mean, I can't fathom how many people are actually buying these things, or if they're buying them in a quantity in which these companies are making a profit off of it, or if it's just a loss leader just to be a hilarious marketing pun. Like, it does get people talking about it because, well, shoot, right here, right now, we're talking about it, and anecdotally speaking, a couple of my friends are talking about it just because they thought it was just so bizarre and stupid. No one actually said they wanted to buy it. Now that I think about it, they're just saying, "Can you believe this is happening?" And then we ask the question, like, who would buy this? Now, they also know that for Doritos and Empirical, the companies are describing this collaboration as a, quote, first of a kind innovation for both brands, which they claim that the spirit was made in Empirical's lab through a production process that used Dorito chips to retain their, quote, essence through vacuum distillation, which the spirit maker says preserves more of the Doritos flavor compared to the traditional method. Now, this description sounds so hilarious, and it does show the importance of marketing. You gotta put some extra fancy words in there. Now, they say the spirit's flavor, quote, opens with umami and tangy aroma of nacho cheese, moving toward the deeper corn-forward flavors of the chip to finish with a soft, salty note, unquote. Which just reminds me of the overly, not bombastic, but some of the traditional products where it's like whiskey or scotch, where some people describe it. I don't know if they're describing a scene in a book or if they're describing some random flavors on the back of an ingredients bottle, but it almost sounds like a novel, not an actual, list of ingredients or actual, how does it actually smell. It's just so over the top. And to me, it just comes off as comical and ironically, not as authentic. Now, they also went on to say, it's from Neil Saunders, a retail analyst. He said, quote, while the flavor may seem wacky, the collaboration has a novel value, and it is likely a lot of people will be interested enough in giving it a try out, unquote. Well, yes, there's a lot of products, those are known as novelties, where people just buy it once, either to say they own it, or to say they've tried it once. So, again, I'm not sure how much money, because just like when you create a perfume scent, it costs a lot of money to synthesize these smells, or in this case, these tastes. It's not a cheap endeavor. So they're spending real money to create specifically a nacho Doritos flavored vodka. For what reason? PepsiCo, really big, they're really not in the alcohol business yet. Is this hinting that they're going to go into a foray into that product category? Because again, Pepsi, Frito-Lay, it's a big company, dozens and dozens of brands, but most of them are, salty snack chips in the food aisle. They own about 60% of any retail store at any given moment. If you walk down that salty snack chip aisle, about 60% of those products are Frito-Lay. And PepsiCo, it's overwhelming, interestingly enough, the water category is growing. So they have flavored carbonated waters, but they have the traditional Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, all those types of carbonated beverages. So it'll be interesting to see. Maybe they'll get into the alcohol business eventually. I mean, but still, I don't know who's going to buy this, and it just seems so silly and ridiculous. And I don't see how it'll make it. I don't think it will actually make them a profit. I mean, to me, that's just got to be the business blunder of the day. Thank you again, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of December. So if you click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a comment is a great way to give me some feedback so I know how to make the show and the channel better and better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.